That's all worked up.
Yeah, that meant a lot to her.
Siobhan the transsexual, you're on the air.
Oh, haven't heard from her in a while.
Hi, Howard. How are you?
Honey, can you, sir,
get on the phone.
Can you get on the phone? We can barely hear you.
Hear me?
I mean, the phone.
Where are you calling from?
It's like this. Is
that better?
Hi, I have a cat in my face.
I don't know. I had to get a new
blowing a cat.
My cat knocked my other phone into the water dish. So
well, I'll tell you what. Whatever you just did, it's 190% better. So whenever you make a phone call to me or anyone else, what did you do to change the quality of your phone call?
I took the headset off.
Oh, you had a headset. Yeah. He's so busy, he needs a headset.
Being an executive.
Actually,
I'm so busy doing nothing, I got to wear a headset.
I just slept for the first time in 24 hours.
You know, I've seen people who have, real jobs, pressure jobs where they need their hands constantly because
pressure jobs.
They wear headsets.
Come here, and I'll give you a pressure job.
I'm saying they wear headsets. There's no reason for Siobhan to be calling in with a headset.
You don't think she has pressure?
No, not that kind of pressure. I mean, he has pressure to pay his bills because I don't think he works.
You know so little about me, Howard.
It's
not the truth of the situation.
We know everything about it.
We know enough.
We know all we need to know.
You know, you used to have a dick.
Yeah, like that has anything to do with anything.
It has everything to do with it.
No.
Anyway, Siobhan, what can I do for you? Go ahead.
Hey, I was wondering, since you finally got money to, that you paid Sal and Christine $20,000 for their segment, I was wondering... 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if you could pay me for my segment now.
No.
No, they negotiated before.
Well,
why would I pay you for your segment?
Huh?
Why would I pay? You called me up and said, can you find a guy to fuck me? I found a guy to fuck you. Why would I pay you?
That was your payment.
There's your payment. You got fucked.
In every way.
What do you mean, no? What part of that do I have wrong?
God, how do I explain that?
You can't even.
I was looking for something nice to happen, and that was something ugly. But what
do you mean that's ugly?
We can't determine the outcome.
You wanted to do it. You wanted the
I'm up for it.
Value of it.
Sure.
And I did it, regardless of feeling that way because I, thought you would be good for the money.
What money?
What money? There was no money involved.
Well, let's see if Sal and Christine
were approached by a sponsor who wanted listen to me, Siobhan, you're a little whacked out of your head.
No, well, yeah, I am a little. But
Sal and Christine were approached by a sponsor who very badly wanted them to come on the air and do their counseling session, and they received payment.
Yes, Christine was not looking for airtime.
Yeah. You, on the other hand, kept calling constantly and asking me if I could find somebody to try out that vagina of yours that is man-made. And I said, I don't think there will be somebody who wants to bang you. In fact, probably, I think I had to offer some money to the guy who would bang you. But the fact of the matter is, a guy did come in and said he would bang you, despite the fact that he had never had sex with a transsexual.
I believe that you're trying to wiggle out.
Wiggle out of what?
What are we wiggling out of? When was there ever?
Basically, it's this way.
Wiggle out of?
You can afford to pay Sal and Christine.
We didn't pay them.
I never paid them a penny, Siobhan.
So what? You don't pay anybody.
No, Sirius pays everybody, but not the people who work here. You're not a worker here. You're confused.
Yeah, right.
It's time
what
for
I did wasn't,
Siobhan, you called up and asked people. Are you trying to weasel money out of me?
Did they or did they not?
Wait. I'm confused here. Now I'm getting a little pissed. Are you trying to weasel some money out of me again?
Because did you and your radio station and your TV station, did you or did you not benefit from that segment I did?
I don't know if I did or didn't. You called me up and said you wanted to be fucked by a man.
Basically like this.
Answer the question. Did you call me and ask... Excuse me, Siobhan, you're insane.
No, I'm not.
No, you're insane. Did you call me and ask me to find someone to fuck you? Did you or didn't you?
Yeah, but it was more in the context of not just finding someone to fuck me. I wanted a boyfriend. And then
all right, so
you
fine.
Just broke it down to like, you know, just totally
yeah,
like,
that's
oh,
right.
Yeah, let's have Siobhan have sex with a total stranger.
Fine.
Give a shit about her.
Siobhan, that's up to you. I can only provide people to fuck you, which is a miracle.
Do it. You kept going, do it. You wanted.
Yeah, sure. I did. You said you wanted it. Okay. I encouraged the guy to do it, not you.
Wait. So therefore, there is a benefit. You wanted to do it, so I did it, you know.
Oh, you did it for me.
Yeah.
Then what are you calling us for now?
Why would you call me and tell me that? I didn't know you did it for me. You did it for
Howard.
You.
So you did it for Howard. It's done. Yeah. Why are you calling?
What do you want now, Siobhan?
You got to wiggle out of every... What
are we wiggling out of? I don't have a deal with you. You don't work for me.
Oh, God.
Don't call into Siobhan.
I can't believe that you're so cheap that you'll pay
I am cheap.
We didn't pay them again. I will say
we didn't pay Sal and Christine. I don't pay any guest. Siobhan.
So why? Why won't you pay me? Is that because you hate me?
No, because I don't want to give you any money.
Why?
Because I don't owe you any money. Why don't I give everybody money? Then the world's problems will be solved.
We won't have any more people on the show.
Siobhan, why don't you...
It would be nice if you would pay people to do these segments. I mean, you pay...
Siobhan.
Then don't do them. Don't call up and ask...
If you want to do something for money, you have to establish that up front.
If I understand this, you're trying to pawn it all off on a sponsor called Christina.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Right, they requested it.
So if I would have just been sitting around and a sponsor called me up.
You get the sponsor's money.
Let me give you a hint. You're unsponsorable. There's nobody that wants to sponsor sex.
That's not true. Maybe somebody does. I'll tell you what, Siobhan. Absolutely.
Well,
you did.
Could you please...
You benefited. You got fucked finally when no guy wants to fuck you.
Could you please ask the people on my behalf who benefited?
What people?
Who benefited?
Pay up now.
Let me say something to you, Siobhan, because you're missing something
How much do we owe you?
Did I not do something?
Wait, you begged us to fight. Wait, Siobhan, you called me for weeks and you said, I can't get laid since I had the operation. For whatever reason, nobody wants to fuck me. Can you please find somebody to fuck me? So we get on the air, and listen, it's not a long list of people who want to fuck you. So we find a guy who will do it, and now you're asking that we somehow used you and you wanted to get paid for it?
Yeah, but that's
faulty logic.
I'm coming from that whole end of it. I'm coming at it from this end. Sal and Christine...
No, but you just created a new end.
Wait, Sal and Christine get $10,000 just to do marriage counseling. I fucking had sex with a guy.
You asked us to make you asked us to find a guy to have sex with you.
Siobhan, what aren't you understanding? Christine didn't want to come on the air.
The only way to get her on the air.
She was coaxed to come on the air by a sponsor. They wanted to sponsor a counseling session. Nobody was looking for you to come on the air. You wanted You called us with this idea that you wanted to have a boyfriend, have sex with him. You've never had your vagina used. I found a guy.
Yeah, but I wanted something nice to happen. That's something...
I can't help that. That's up to you.
You still wanted to do it. Even though I didn't want to do it. I did it anyway. Because
who knows? You didn't want to do it.
Did you have a show?
Why did you do it if you didn't want to do it?
Siobhan, did you say...
Everybody set up to do the segment, and then...
Well, then don't do it.
Not to happen.
So don't do it. That's the answer.
But you can't call in after the fact and say now you're owed some money, because money was never involved in this.
It would be nice.
Everything would be nice.
I would like $100 million today in small dollar bills.
Nice if...
And here's the other thing. That segment wouldn't have happened had not my brother paid for it.
It would be nice if Google gave me some stock.
Had not my brother paid for the surgery to make that segment possible, it never would have happened.
Oh, that's insane logic. You got the surgery done because you want to be a fucking girl. Now you're saying that...
yeah, but...
You got the surgery for us?
Your show benefited.
You're out of your mind.
Siobhan, you're really desperate, aren't you?
You're saying now you got this operation for our benefit?
Wait, I can't hear...
My brother needs that fucking money, and I have no way...
Siobhan, you knew that when you borrowed the money from your brother, you never were going to pay him back. You knew that. Now you're guilty, and now you want to sit and badger people. You're in the hole.
Come on, Howard, you're paying people now to fucking do something.
I'm not paying anybody, Siobhan. Sponsors occasionally approach us. For example, a sponsor...
Could you at least ask fucking Panasonic to pay me for the whole mic thing I did?
I will ask Panasonic.
Wait. What does he want to ask Panasonic?
Remember when High Pitch Mike won the Panasonic TV?
I don't even want
by letting
money.
Siobhan squat on his face?
Yeah.
He wants me to go back to Panasonic now and ask for some money.
Give my brother his money so he doesn't lose his
No, you got to go out and
Take
work.
your brother's money.
Siobhan,
I am fucking working.
doing
Good.
what?
Crazy people.
What are you doing?
Oh, God. Why don't you come over here and switch places with me?
I won't. You know what, Siobhan? Here's the thing. I would never put.
Not in a million years, but go ahead.
Hold on. Siobhan, I would never put myself in that position. I would never borrow money like that and cut my penis off and all that other shit.
And then talk to me.
You
about
fuck
what
up your
work
life
is.
and then you're yelling at us?
I'm not yelling at you. You're yelling at me.
You created the life that you have.
All I wanted to do was just ask.
Siobhan, how did you get to the life that you have? Siobhan, how did you get to where you are?
I don't. That's all I
knew
wanted
this
to
wouldn't
ask,
be a pleasant
And you're the
call.
ones who are yelling at me.
Siobhan's
All
in big
of a sudden,
trouble.
It's like you're so freaked out about.
Here, okay, you want to know what Siobhan needs the money for? I got a list.
Go ahead.
Siobhan has to sheetrock her apartment.
Siobhan has to sheetrock her apartment.
She has crippling arthritis.
Right.
How's she going to
And they're going to double her rent soon.
Now
Now, I don't understand doubling the rent. I thought that she's been squatting in this place for years for the purpose of owning
Yeah, but
it.
they finally turned it into some kind of a co-op or something. Now she has to pay something for it.
So what was all that work that you just
Explain
did?
it to you. All right, I'll put it really simply. I broke my back working on this building.
Right.
Okay.
For free.
All right,
Why aren't you calling them then?
Huh?
Yeah, why are you calling us?
Ask them for a reduction.
I mean, Siobhan, it just sounds to me like, you know, you were working, you broke your back on a building you essentially
Right.
stole.
Okay, now I've got like this permanent degenerative arthritis thing that keeps me from doing any of the kind of work I used to do. So
Yeah.
I can't get construction jobs. I can't do moving. I used to love to do moving jobs. I loved it. I worked, dude.
What do you want from me?
16-hour days because I have to work.
Wow, wow,
Now
wow.
I can't work anymore, and I'm fucked. There's
Whose
nothing
fault
I
is that?
can
Is
do.
how did it get to be our fault?
Can I just say something to Siobhan? Siobhan, over the years that you've been on the show, one of the things that you've had the opportunity to do is anytime you come on the show, you've had the opportunity to use this as a place to plug whatever you
Or
wanted
not,
to do.
or don't even do the show.
But you've never in that period of time used your brain to either come up with an idea how to generate money or go to a regular job and make a regular paycheck.
I see dudes like you working all the time downtown in stores.
All right, listen,
I
I have
see
so
dudes.
many medical problems that if I don't get total coverage insurance, I'm going to die. So anyway, who's going to give me that in a job, in a menial job? That's
I don't know
all
what to
I've ever
tell
done
this
my
guy.
life is menial labor.
You know, I knew that this was going to be this kind because we don't hear from her anymore.
What happened to stand-up? Why aren't you doing
But
stand-up?
Siobhan shouldn't contact
I wanted
us.
to do stand-up. I asked you guys, take me on some of your
I
gigs.
asked you guys.
And
It's
then
not
you
up
never-
to us.
like,
Again.
Artie, I never hear from you. It's like, okay,
But
it's
Siobhan,
like-
we're not in the Siobhan business.
Huh?
We're not in the Siobhan business. You are. We didn't borrow money from your brother. You did.
I always show up for you guys.
Here's a
I
perfect
always
example,
do
Howard.
Don't
whatever
show
you
up for
want.
it. We haven't
Whatever
contacted you in
want, I do
ages.
for you guys.
Since in the last 5 years, Siobhan has contacted us more, begging us to come on than we've ever called her. And I'll tell you what, Siobhan, if you'd have gone out and started a stand-up career, you called me. Hold on, stop talking. And you called me and you said, Gary, I want to come on the show.
This is silly. I can't.
And I want to promote my stand-up. I would gladly have him on.
And then you took the opportunity to just disparage my work ethic, to literally slander me. I'm asking
now
you
we've
guys
slandered
for
her.
a job,
Yeah.
any job at Sirius. And you take the opportunity to slander my work.
Siobhan, we don't have a job for you at Sirius. I don't know why you're berating us. We don't have a job for you.
Not even in sales.
No.
Sales?
I don't control that.
There is a line a mile long of seasoned salespeople. The industry is getting so hard that can't get a job here.
I understand.
You have no
Siobhan.
experience in sales.
At least, see, you
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to do you a big favor.
What?
Right now. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Can you walk?
Barely. I have to take a lot of...
All right. Can you walk? Yes or no? Can you walk? Okay. You can easily make a living in New York City walking dogs. There's my idea.
I can't, not with my back.
Well, then you can't work.
Yeah, she's unemployable.
I can't sit, and I just barely...
Why can't you do phone work? If you want to be a salesperson, why can't you do phone sales? You get on a phone and do phone
You seem to be
sales.
yapping a lot on the phone to us. Why don't you get a sales job on the phone? Good idea.
When was the last time you pulled out the New York Times for real or the Village Voice and went through the classifieds and actually circled jobs, Siobhan?
I do that every fucking Monday.
And
there's
then
no
what
phone
happens
job.
by Friday?
Huh? Nothing. Because I can't find anything.
There's ads every week in the paper, do phone sales from your home.
In order for me to go off disability, I need to get the medical insurance.
Well, listen, this is a very complicated situation, Siobhan, and I'm being honest with you.
Answers.
We really don't have answers for you. I can't spend an entire radio show trying to come up with an answer. As far as you go, I'm just going to give you...
You had the money to pay Sal and Christine.
No, I don't have the money to pay Sal and Christine. A sponsor put up that money, and if a sponsor contacts me and says they want Siobhan for a bit, I will call you immediately. How is that?
Yeah, that would be nice if I got paid the next time.
Good. All right. Next time, if somebody wants you... And by the way, when you call a show and say you want something done...
Yeah?
I would suggest you clear that in your mind ahead of time, that you are calling and asking a favor of the show. We're not asking you to do anything. This wasn't our idea.
Okay, it's
your idea.
It's just also, Howard, a lot of the fans think you paid me for all that stuff.
Well, now they know
when
you didn't.
I have to tell them that you didn't.
You absolutely were not told. Feel free to tell them.
When they start calling you names, I just start feeling crazy.
You're sounding a little like Riley Martin. He just said basically the same thing.
Right. Siobhan, I like you very much. I think you're a good person. I really do hope that things happen for you. I hope one of our sponsors decides to have a Siobhan segment.
No, and I don't even want the sponsor to pay me. I want them to just pay my fucking brother.
Well, they can't do that. If you work for somebody, they'll pay you.
Any fans who really want to help out, and this is serious, send money to the station to send it to Gary.
No. Don't send it to me, Siobhan.
We don't want any money. We can't accept money. If someone wants to pay you, that's between you and somebody else.
Then send it to my P.O. box. Can I say that?
Sure. You can say anything you want.
All right. P.O. Box 20801, New York, New York, 10009.
All right, Siobhan. I know you're up against...
Make it out to Pep Girls, PEPGIRLZ, or else cash.
Yeah,
so I can send it to my brother.
Or give her the check to a cop and just tell him to follow the stench of cats to where you are.
No, now see, that's another thing you guys get me in trouble. My cats are well taken care of.
Well, Siobhan, I got to tell you something. I like you. I think you're in extreme trouble.
It's my brother who's in...
Well, I think you are, and your brother. It sounds to me like you both are.
And he shouldn't be punished for doing a good thing.
That's right. You punished him. You realize that, though. I hope someday you wake up to that. I tried to
explain to him that my life was not that way, that I could... See, he's got a government job.
Siobhan, you're the one who took the money from your brother. Not us, not anyone else in this world.
It's just a really ugly
All right,
situation.
but you've done it.
To tell you the truth, Howard, my fucking medical insurance should have covered this fucking surgery. But in this fucking bigoted fucking country, they don't do that. Okay? I was born with a fucking birth defect, and it should have been covered. But the greedy fucking insurance companies and this bigoted government don't do it. And fucking little kids like me growing up everywhere have to go through this shit. And now, like, my fucking brother is going to lose his house because of this shit. And it really fucking upsets me.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have done the operation then.
I had to, or else I was going to just fucking die.
So your brother's in big trouble because you had to do it.
Yeah, I still want to die because he's going to lose his house. So it's like, I'm just like, I don't know.
All right. You're up against the wall.
Rope. There's no way I'm going to ever make that kind of money. There's no fucking way. It's just impossible.
Yeah, well, I suggest you make when you don't have hope.
10 years left to live. 10 years, I'm figuring 20 at the outmost. It's no way. How am I going to do that?
Couldn't you have been paying this back a little bit at a time?
Huh?
Couldn't you have been paying this back a little bit at a time all this
No,
time?
because he did a dumb thing. I tried to get him to do like a 10-year loan. But he wanted to do it in 5, and it's like, I told him no. But he did it in 5 anyway.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear about all of this. And
if he would have done like a super long loan, I could have afforded it. But it's like, now it's like that my rent here is going to double.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of problems.
How would you live in the city? You saw everything go up. Like, it's like up.
I moved into the city when I could afford to live in the city.
Right, yeah.
That's how I conduct my life.
From? Crackhead Bob is moving out of the city because he can't afford it.
Go to Texas.
No.
He's moving to Texas. That's what you do when you don't have money.
Yeah, but I can't even afford to move. Okay, that's how poor I am.
All right, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't really know what to tell you. I know that in my life I've been without money, and I always live within my means. I never borrowed a dime from anybody.
I I've always managed to keep my head above the water, okay? But I've never, ever taken out loans, and that's how I managed to stay
all right. Well,
normal.
Siobhan, I'm sorry, and I make you this promise. If there's any, I have my next guest here. If I hear from any sponsors that want to sponsor a segment with you, I will get in touch with you immediately. How is that?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Siobhan.
How did she manage to stay normal?
I will.
And I love you guys. And,
thank you, Siobhan.
I really don't want any hard feelings about it.
No hard feelings at all.
It's like desperate.
You're at your wit's end. I understand. Thank you, Siobhan.
All right, thank you.
All right. That is Siobhan, who is at his wit's end.
You know how we always talk about like how
after all that surgery, you're still calling her he.
You know
yes.
You know when we're trying to decide whether somebody should be in the whack pack or not, like what the criteria is? One of them's got to be can't or won't work. That's a total criteria for the whack pack.
Well, to tell you the truth, Siobhan says he will work.
But you find a job she'll do.
But you've got to come up with the right job or a job that she can do because of her back condition. All right, listen, we got it all. We heard it. I feel bad for Siobhan, and we're going to move on. Let's move on. Do I have to take a break here, Fred? I'm going to take a break, and then Jay Thomas is going to
pay our bills.
All right, we're going to pay our bills there right after the